Welcome to INTERNEPCON Japan. I'm on the Alpha booth here, and I'm joined by Goro Yoshinari, who's the general manager. Welcome, Goro.
Hi, nice to meet you back again in Japan.
Yeah. Okay, it's nice to be here. Now, we've got a number of products here that are trending pretty well in Japan. Can you maybe tell us a little bit about which ones are trending best?
So now we are focusing die attach material. One of them is a high performance sintering product called Argomax.
Right.
We've been working on this for the last 5 years, 6 years, but are finally getting some big opportunities, and the production volume will go up this year.
Good, good. Now, sintering obviously has a certain amount of capital expenditure attached to it. What has been the market response to that? I mean, are they seeing the return on investment, and therefore they're getting confidence with this method of attach?
So they've gone through all the reliability tests and confirming their performance when they use this material. And I think the conclusion is they can buy new investment, they can buy new machines. So that investment return study is done already.
Right. Okay. Good. So that's trending well. That's the Argomax material. Now you've got another material here, which is solder preforms. Well, preforms have been around for a long time, but what are the key features of the Alpha preforms?
So now we have new preforms with new alloys, which actually can meet higher performance. And also we have some technique to put some flux onto the preforms, which actually helps to get a low voiding with the reflow process.
Okay. So this is coated flux on.
Yeah, kind of coated flux.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Did that technology come out of the PV ribbon flux coating that you have?
Yes, that's kind of come from that technology as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so that's your solder preforms. The next thing we're going to look at is
silver paste. So we still also have a high performance silver epoxy paste.
okay.
It's now getting a big attention in the market.
Right.
So the people need to get rid of lead. Still, lead-free is not completed. So those materials, those products, they need a high performance, high temperature silver epoxy paste.
Right.
And
So these conductive adhesives, if you like, are they have silver flakes in them, which tended to make them expensive. But is the performance and the miniaturization, is that driving the acceptance of these materials now?
So one of the drivers is obviously the lead-free, and also the performance of this material is getting maybe better than standard soldering materials in terms of heat dissipation.
Right. Well, it doesn't need much heat, does it? It cures at room temperature.
Well, I mean, I'm talking about when they operate when they're used.
And the operating use.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Great. So that's the die attached materials, silver epoxy pastes, and then
By the way, that's called ATRAX material.
it's called
ATRAX material. Yeah.
Okay. So that's ATRAX. That's, how do you spell that? A-T-R-A.
Yeah.
A-T-R-O-X.
Yeah. ATRAX.
So Goran, a lot of your materials are involved in the automotive industry, and the automotive industry is changing a lot at the moment with driverless cars and electric vehicles, etc. What challenges is that bringing you, and what opportunities is it bringing Alpha?
Well, I think opportunity for us is to have more electrical material attached, so including die attach, and also that there are many sensors to be used for the self-driving.
Right.
So we are focusing on attaching some lens or plastic to metals, as well as soldering materials.
Yeah. Do these sensors need to be treated very carefully? Do they need the interconnection? Does it need to
done in low temperature or
Right, now the final one we wanted to take a quick look at is some low melting point alloys. What applications do we need these for?
So these low melting point is the solder has been there for many years. But now talking about almost the product you can drop, but it doesn't break. So it used to be used for the product for TV or this kind of set electronic things. But this new one can be dropped and they still maintain the solder joint.
Well, I mean, historically, a lot of people were using bismuth to get the lower melting temperature, but the problem with bismuth that it was very brittle.
Yeah.
Are you using something different?
So actually, basically, our material is also same in base, but we have some technique to overcome that to make get a better solder joint.
Okay, so you have some pixie dust in there that makes it not quite so brittle.
Yeah.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so super. So, what else is happening here with Alpha at the moment? You went through basically a buyout last year when you were bought over by McDermott.
Yeah.
What is the result of that, and how has that worked through into Alpha here in Asia?
So I think the McDermott and Enthone become one big entity for electrical performance solutions and also industrial performance solutions. But also Alpha is kind of a little bit side, doing individual alpha assembly solutions.
Right. Okay. So they've made it into two. One for the assembly solutions, which is Alpha, and Enthone is kind of merged into McDermott because they're both in the PCB bare board industry anyway. Yes. Yeah. Okay, makes sense. Well, Goran, I want to thank you very much for joining us today and giving us an update, and we look forward to hearing more from Alpha, later this year.
I'm sure you will. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.